Okay, so next we'll start module 5. So module 5, the first topic you have in module 5 is sequence detector. So a sequence will be given to you and you have to design or write a state diagram for the sequence, and when a state diagram is ready, you know how to design a circuit. Module 4 we have seen, right? When a state diagram is given to you, you know how to design a circuit, how to get the circuit. So, but in sequence detector, one sequence will be given to you and you have to write the state diagram for that, design the circuit. So, I'll do that topic afterwards. And today in module 5 we'll take code converters. Today we'll discuss code converters. Code converters. Okay. So, first topic I'll do it afterwards. Sequence detector. Again, that is an easy topic, but you have to understand the logic behind that very carefully. Only then you can write the state diagram properly and you can write this design the circuit. If you do something wrong when in writing the state diagram, your entire problem will be wrong. So I need 3-4 I should explain more, solve more number of problems on sequence detector. So before that, first I complete some of the topics in module 5. So in that, today we will take code converters. So what is code converter? Code converters. One code will be converted into other form. Okay. The most common, or in module 1 we already have designed BCD to XS3 code converter. BCD to XS3 code converter. Okay, K-map, we have solved this problem, right? We did take a BCD number. We wrote the XS3 code for the same BCD number, and we have used K-map and we have designed a combinational circuit for BCD to XS3. And now in module 5, what you have is, for the same example, code converter, again, we'll take same BCD to XS3 code. What is BCD to XS3 code? BCD number, every number will add 3. That is going to be XS3 code for the given BCD number. And BCD numbers will be from 0 to 9. We know this. And we have designed a combinational circuit to convert BCD number into XS3. And in module 5 here, under code converters, we will be designing a sequential circuit. Okay, that is using flip-flops. So we are going to design a sequential circuit for BCD to XS3 code converter. We'll see how that can be done. We don't use K-map here because combinational circuit we already have designed. So code converter question, if you get in module 5, this BCD to XS3 code converter circuit you have to design it using flip-flops. That means a sequential circuit we are going to design. So let's see how it can be done. Again, we have to construct so many tables here. So every table I will explain in detail. Okay, let us understand the concept properly so that we need not have to by heart the table. Okay. So now to start, first what we need, truth table. Correct. Combinational circuit also we have to start from truth table. We have to know for this input what is the output. Only then for that we can try to write the circuit. So now for BCD to XS3, let me call the input as T4, T3. Okay, I will write T3. Okay. T3, T2, T1, T0. I'll take some of the color choppers. Okay. So this is the input what I have written here. I'll start from here. So input. This is visible. Okay. Input. So which circuit are we designing for BCD to XS3? So I'll write this here. So we are designing code converter to convert a BCD number to XS3. BCD number to XS3. Okay. So input is what? Input, output. Okay, input, output. So input 4 bits, correct? Because BCD numbers are from 0 to 9. So how do you represent 9? 9 is 1, 0, 0, 1. So how many minimum number of bits are required to represent the largest number 9 in binary? 4. So inputs are input 4 bits. So T3, T2, T1, T0. Okay. So output again 4 bit. Let me take the output, denote the output also as T3, T2, T1, T0. Right? Okay. So inputs are 0, 0, 0, 0. This corresponds to number 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 0 to 9. So every time for the bit, for the given input, we are going to add 3 to the binary number, right? So 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, correct? 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay? So what will be the output? 0. This is 0. This corresponds to BCD number 0. I should add 3. 0 plus 3 is what? 3. So for 0, what is the excess 3 code? 3. 0, 0, 1, 1. How do we represent 3 in binary? This is how we represent, right? 0, 0, 1, 1. So what is this? This is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. So 0, 1, 0, 0. This is how we represent 4 in binary. This is what? 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. So 0, 1, 0, 1 like that. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Am I correct? 5 plus 3 is 8. Yeah, 8. Okay. So this is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. So this is 12. Okay. So this is the input first table that we are going to write. When we design a sequential circuit or even for combinational, the same thing we write. So this is the BCD number, this is the XS3 code, XS3 code for the given BCD number. Now, let us start analyzing. So, this is, let me take this as time T0, time T1, time T2, time T3. Okay, I'll start at time T0. At time T0. Okay. At time interval T0. Okay. So this is T0. So we have received only one bit now. At time T0, see how the circuit, how the sequential circuit is going to design here is, the logic is, at time T0 we receive the first bit. It can be this, it can be this, it can be this, any input. Input will be of 4 bit. At time T0 I receive the first bit. Let's say I receive the first bit as 1. At time T1, this is at time T0, I receive the first bit. At time T1, I receive the second bit. I receive the second bit. Let's say the second number is 0. Okay. At time T2, I receive the third bit. Let's say it as 0. Let's take it as 0. At time T3, I receive the fourth bit. Let's take the fourth bit as 1. So what is the bit I have received? At time T3 I have received all the 4 bits. So what is the bit I have received? 1, 0, 0, 1. So 1, 0, 0, 1. For this, what is the output? The circuit should generate the XS3 code for this. What is the XS3 code? 1100. I should get the output as 1100. And once I receive all the 4 bits, the circuit should reset. Reset means it should get ready to receive another 4 bits. To convert. Are you getting? At time T1 it receives the first bit. At time T1, T0 first bit, T1 second bit, T2 third bit, T3 fourth bit. Once it receives the fourth bit and once the conversion is done, the circuit input should be ready to receive the another 4 bit. That means it should get reset. This is how the circuit should work. Okay. So now at time T0, hope this concept is clear. At time T0 the first bit we get. T1 the second bit, T2 the third bit, T3 the fourth bit. So now we have the input. For that, the circuit whatever we design, it should convert that given number into XS3 code. After that, it should be ready to receive the next bit, next 4 bits. So the circuit should reset. That is our logic here. Now at time t naught, just look at the input. Now we need to understand the logic, how exactly we have to design the circuit. So now at time t naught, just look here. At time t naught, either 0 or 1 I will receive, correct? Binary, I should receive either 0 or 1. At time t naught, 0 or 1, 0 or 1, 0 or 1. So at time t naught, if the input is 0, at time t naught, if the input is 0, at time t naught, if the input is 0, so x, I will take it as x input. Let me denote the output as z to explain the concept. So at time t naught, the input is 0. If the received input is 0, what is the output I have got here? Just look at the output. At time t naught, if I have received 0, what is the output I should get? I should get the output as what? Again at time t naught only. At time t naught, if I have received the input as 0, what is the output I should get? 1. If I have received 0, I get it as 1. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So if the input I have received it as 0, output should be 1. If the input I receive it as 1, 0. If I receive it as 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So if the input at time t naught is 1, the output should be 0. See, we are going to look at the input output and we are going to make an analysis over here. We are going to analyze the sequence. So it is very clear, if the input I receive it as 0, I should get the output as 1. If the input is 1, I will be getting the output as 0. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. If the input is 0, I get the output as 1. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Am I correct? This is at time t naught. At time t1, at time t1, how many bits I get? 2 bits. At time t1, already I have received 1 bit. At time t1, 2 bits I received. That means 2 bits means either I should get 0, 0 or 0, 1 or 1, 0 or 1, 1. These are the 4 possibilities I have. At time t1, either I should get 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Isn't it? If I receive the input as 0, 0, what is the output? If the input is 0, 0, if the input is 0, 0, what is the output I am getting? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Am I correct? So if the input received at time t1 is 0, 0, output is 1, 1. If the input is 0, 1, output is what? 0, 0. Look at here. 0, 0. 0, 0. If the input is 1, 0, output will be 0, 1. If the input is 1, 1, output will be 1, 0. Like this, you have to make an analysis at all the time intervals. So this is at time t1. Same way at time t2. At time t2, how many bits I get? 3 bits. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So these are the possible combinations that we will receive. Look at here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Again repeats 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So if it is 0, 0, 0, what is the output? T2. If it is 0, 0, 0, what is that? 0, 1, 1 I will get. If it is 0, 0, 0, I get it as 0, 1, 1. Same way. If it is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Right? So at time t2, I will be receiving 3 bits. So this circuit will be receiving 3 bits. So if it is 0, 0, 0, if it is 0, 0, 0, output will be 0, 1, 1. If it is 0, 0, 1, output will be 1, 0, 0. If it is 0, 1, 0, output will be 1, 0, 1, like that till 1, 1, 1. Again it repeats 0, 0, 0, 0 1 1, 0 0 1, 1 0 0. So this is at time t2. Same way at time t3. At time t3. So what is this? This is t0, t1, t2. This is just t0. This is t0, t1. So at time t3, now at time t3 all the 4 bits will be received. So which are the 4 bits? You can write 0 0 0. Which are the 4 bits? Till 1 0 0 1. Okay. If we receive 1 0 1 0, what is that? Don't care, because BCD numbers are only from 0 to 9. If I receive 1 0 1 0, that is a don't care. We get don't care. Outputs we don't get, right? So that at time t3 you can fill. If it is 0 0 0 0, 0 0 1 1 1. 0 0 0 1, output I should get 0 1 0 0. 0 0 1 0, 0 1 0 1. Like this, you can write at time t3. I will write at time t3 how many bits will receive? All the 4 bits. t3, t2, t1, t0. If I receive 0 0 0 0, what should be the output? 0 0 1 1. If the circuit receives 0 0 0 1, this should be 0 1 0 0. If it receives 0 0 1 0, it should be 0 1 0 1. Like this, you should continue till 9. Okay. So after it receives all the 4 bits, next what should happen? It should reset. It should reset and it should get ready to receive another 4 bits. So this is the logic behind to convert BCD to XS3. Now with this logic, we'll now write the state table. Okay. Okay. So next we'll write the next table, that is state table. So now we have understood the logic behind the code converters, right? So next with this logic now we'll write the next table. So next table, state table, again same as the counter design, how we have done. So input, present state, next state, output. Okay. So input, at one extra column here is t0, t1, t2, t3. At time t0, t1, t2, t3. So what is the input sequence? At time t0, let's say at time t0 we have to receive the sequence. We still have not received any sequence. So at time t0 we have to receive either input as 0 or input as 1. At time t1 we already have received one bit. At time t1 2 bits we should get, right? That logic whatever I have written I have erased, but you should remember at time t1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, that means 1 0 already, 1 bit already I have. Now if the input is 0 0 0 1 or 1 0 1 1, like that we have to analyze. So now input, present state, next state, output when input is 0 or 1. Okay. So now this is one state, this is one state. So what I do is, before I write the next state, first let us give some names for the present state. I'll start from A. Now say any names you can give. You can name it as S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6, like that. Or you can use the alphabets. So let me write it as A, the first state. That is, when we have not received any state, that state I'll take it as A, state A, and this I take it as B, C. Hope it is seen. Okay, this is A. Okay, this is A, B, C, and this state will I will name it as D. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, F, G, H. The reason why we are naming this state is it will be simple for us to write the next state. That is the only reason why I am giving names for each of the state. Okay, H, I, J, okay, K, L, M, N, O. Okay. Hope this is clear now. At time t2 we have 2 bits. Now I should receive the third bit. At time t3, the last t3, I already have 3 bits. Now it is the time to receive the 4th bit. Okay. So now the table is ready. Now the machine is in present state A. present state A. If it receives 0, what will be the next state? Present state A, that is no bit the machine has received. Now if it receives 0, 0 state, how do we name it as? 0 state is named as what? B. So now if it receives 0, next state will be B. If it receives 1 state will, I have named it as C. So this will be C. So if you have named it as S1, S2, S3, same way accordingly you have to write here. Now, is that correct? Yes? So now, and the analysis we have done, that analysis also we want to write. Analysis at time t naught, if we have received 0, what is the output? 1. If we have received 1, what is the output? 0. Yes or no? Or, okay, I'll write it here. I hope this you remember. At time t naught, if the bit we have received is 0, the output will be 1. If the bit we have received as 1, the output will be 0. So now, if we receive the bit as 0, what is the output? 1. If we receive the bit as 1, what is the output? 0. Yes? Similarly, now next. So what do we have? Now in state B. State B means already we have 0. So now, next bit is 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0, what is the state? 0, 0 is D. 0, 1, 0, 1 is E. Okay, similarly, 1, 0, 1, 0 is what? F. 1, 1, 1, 1 is what? G. 1, 1 is G. First let me complete these two. Okay, so similarly, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, it is H. 0, 0, 1, it is HI. 0, 1, 0, it is J. 0, 1, 1, it is K. Right? 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, it is L. 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, it is M. 1, 1, 0, it is N. 1, 1, 1, it is O. Okay? Now, 0, 0, 0, 0. What is the next state? Once it receives all the 4 bits, this machine should reset. What is reset? A, isn't it? Once it receives all the 4 bits, once it generates the output, the machine should reset. The circuit should reset. So, once it receives all the 4 bits, it should reset. All the 4 bits, yeah, reset. Okay? So, reset. Yeah. To be careful when you write it here. So 1 0 0 0, yeah, reset. 1 0 0 1, reset. 1 0 1 0 is it valid out input? 1 0 1 0. What is the input? 10. BCD we should receive the inputs only from 0 to 9. If we receive 10, 1 0 1 0, it is don't care. Or you can even write X. Okay? What dash indicates? Dash indicates it's a don't care. Correct? So that is how the next state will be filled. So now next is we should write the output. Okay? To write the output, it's better if we have the input table. That's why I have written the input table. So now the analysis what we have done before we write this table. Based on the same only we are going to write the next state output, but we are not going to take the complete 3 bits, we are going to just take the output at that time interval. So to explain that, okay, this you have understood now. If x is 0, if it is 0 at time t naught, if you have received 0, what is the output? 1. If you have received 1, what is the output? 0. So this is the output. So if we receive 0, output is 1. If we receive 1, output is 0. Okay, this is, I hope this is clear. Now at time t1, we are going to receive 2 bits. At time t1, see we are going to receive 2 bits, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so if the input is 0, 0, at time t1, what is the output? 1. If the input is 0, 1, output is 0. If the input is 1, 0, output is 0. If the input is 1, 1, output is 1. Again, if the input is 0, 0, 1. 0, 1, 0. 1, 0, 0. 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So at time t1, if the input is 0, 0, what is the output? 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Is it correct? 0, 0. Okay, if the input is 0, 0, output is 1. So now, if the input is 0, 0, 0, 0 means which state? Now I have to fill T1. Now you have to just concentrate on T1. If the input is 0, 0, what is that state? 0, 0 means state D. 0, 0 means state D. 0, 1 means state E. 1, 0, state F. 1, 1, G. So in these two, if you have D, state D, what is the output? 1. So write 1. E, what is the output? 0. F, what is the output? 0. G, what is the output? 1. Right? Yes? Okay. So now this is at time T1. Now at time T2, already we have 2 bits. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Now it is the time to receive the third bit. Third bit means it can be either 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So now again analyze the output here. Okay. So now if the input is 0, 0, 0. If the input is 0, 0, 0, what is the output? 0. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Again it repeats 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, we have got 0. 0, 0, 1, 1. It repeats. So 0, 0, 0 which state? H. So state is H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, O. Correct? Yeah. O is 1, 1, 1. Now we are now writing what? T2. So if you have H, what is the next state? 0. I, 1. J, 1. K, 1. L, what is the output? 1. M, what is the output? 0. N, what is the output? 0. O, what is the output? 0. Like this. Now at time T3, how many bits? 4 bits. So the last bit. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, like this. All the 4 bits we are going to receive, right? So now, if we receive all the 4 bits, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay? So 0, 0, 0, 0, it should reset. Correct? So all the states will be reset. Now you have to write the output. So for that, what are you going to write? So just look here. Now we are not supposed to see this because different states we don't have. It is all reset, but the output is different. So now 0, 0, 0, 0. If it is 0, 0, 0, 0, what is the output? What is the output? T3 output you see. 0, 0. T3 output you have to see now because we are looking at time T3. Okay. Okay. So if we receive 0, 0, 0, 0, T3 is what? 0. Okay. 0, 0, 0, 0. T3 is 0. 0, 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1. 0 again. Okay. 0, 0, 1, 0. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Now, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, output is 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Otherwise, it is X because these do not exist. Right, this is how we fill the output table or output column also. So now once we finish writing the state table, now I'll erase this because I don't need this now. Once we finish writing the state table. The state table is so big, right? So we now we have to apply row matching concept, and this table has to be reduced. So how row matching is done? Row matching, the rows are matched such that if their next states are same and if their outputs are same. For example, look at this state. So this is the state, right? State H. What is the next state we have? A. A. Output is what? 0, 1. Look here. A, 0, 1. A. And we know that dash can be matched with any of the state, with any of the output. This concept you have studied in QM method. Wherever we have dash, that can be matched with any of the state, any of the output variable. So this can also be taken as A. So this is same, right? This is same. This is same. This is same. AA01. AA01. Same. AA01. Same. AA01. Same. AA10. No. 1 dash we have. No. So these 4 are same. These 4 are same. These 4 are same. That is HIJKL. HIJKL are same. Isn't it? HIJKL are same. Any other rows? AA01 we have? No. And out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, any one rows we can retain. Okay, so let me retain H row. Because all the other rows are exactly same, so I will eliminate all the other rows. So IJKL rows are exactly same as H, so I will eliminate all the other rows. Similarly, look at M and O. A dash 1 dash, A dash 1 dash, A dash 1 dash. So these three are same. M is equal to N is equal to O. Correct? So now I can keep any one row. So I keep M row. I will eliminate N and O. Okay. So now after I eliminate, I just erase these rows, or let me write another row here. Okay, another table. So to write, before I write, see, look at here. See, H is same as I is same as J, K, L. Correct? So now, again you have to compare the remaining rows substituting these values. For example, here, okay, here, yeah. I we have, no, I is same as what? I is same as H, right? I is same as H because I is equal to H. J is equal to H. J is equal to H. K is also equal to H. K is also equal to H. Okay. So now M is equal to N. N is equal to O, right? So what I'll do? M is equal to N, right? So I'll write M here. O is also equal to M, right? So I'll write M here. So now you just observe. After we compare these rows, after we row matching is done, if I resubstitute these values, again I get some rows matching. See, look here. This is state E, HM10, HM10, HM10. Again these are same. So E is equal to F is equal to G. So I need not keep all the 3 rows. Any one I keep, other 2 I eliminate. Okay. So now by eliminating the other rows, so I'll write this here. E is equal to F is equal to G. H is equal to I is equal to J is equal to K is equal to L. M is equal to N is equal to O. Okay. So by eliminating these rows, so again the same table I'll rewrite it here. So what is the first column we have? Time. Next input we have. Next present state. Input sequence. That is okay. Present state. Okay. The next state. So time T0. Okay. T0. T1. T2. T3. Okay. Time T0, T1, T2, T3. So now, okay. So first row, let us keep it as it is. Correct? First row, let us keep it as it is. So what is that first row? First row is what? At time T0, state is what? A. At time T0, state is A, right? So present state is A. At time t naught, present state is A. Okay, we don't need input, I guess. This is not required. This is the present state. Okay. Okay, present state is A. Present state is A. Next state is B. C 1 0. Second row also we want, right? We have not eliminated the second row. So what is that at time? T naught is this. At time T1. At time T1. At time T1, B, C, D, same thing. I am rewriting here. Whichever the rows I have not eliminated, that will be retained. At time T2, only DE we have. Other two we have eliminated. At time T2, we have DE. DE. This is H. Okay, H. What do we? E we had what? H, right? Yeah, okay. H, M, this is H, L, H, M, 0, 1, 1, 0. Again, at time T3, we have eliminated these, but H we have no, yeah. At time T3, again we have 2, H, and one more is M. H it is A, 0, 1, M it is A dash, 1 dash. Okay, this table, by doing row matching, we have reduced the table into this because these rows are same. So we have eliminated the same rows which have got same next state, same output variable, and that is the table we have got. That is by row matching. Now we'll write the state graph. So now we'll write the state graph. To write the state graph, yeah, again. So to write this state graph, by looking into this table, you have to write the state graph. I'll just show you how to write the state graph, but I cannot complete it because I don't have space and I need this table to continue the design. So I'll say it is just like how you write the state diagram. But here we will call it as state graph. So you have to always start from the first state. So start from first state, state A. So if the present state is A, if the input is 0, if you receive the input as 0, what is the next state? B. Next state is B. And what is the output? 1. This is output column, this is input column. And if the present state is A, if the input you receive is 1, what is the next state? C. Next state is C. And what is output? 0. Like that. Now what is the present state? Present state is B. This is the present state column. Present state is B. If you receive input as 0, what is the next state? D. If you receive input as 0, next state is what? D. And what is output? 1. Present state is B. If you receive input as 1, what is the next state? F. And what is the output? 0. Okay. Next. If the present state is C, next state will be E when the input is 0. And what is the output? 0. And present state is C, next state will be G when you receive the input as 1. And what is the output? 1. Like this you have to continue. And once you reach the last, for example I, it should reset, right? So all the rows will reset, will come back to state A. Okay. So anyhow, state graph I have written in my notes, you can refer. Okay. Because looking at this, I have to write the state graph. If I erase this table, no, I have to write this table again. So it is very simple, state graph. Like this, you have to continue by looking at this table. So now let us write the next table for that. Okay. So now with this, let us move on to the next step, that is state assignment. Okay. So this is the reduced table we have. And here I have written, after comparing which are the rows, we got this table. So H, I, J, K, L are same. So let us do one thing before we proceed to the next step. Wherever we have I, J, K, L, we will replace it with H. I, J, K, L. Yeah, here we have H, L, so I will replace it with H. I, J, K, L. Okay. Now wherever we have N and O, we'll replace it with M. Yeah, okay. Wherever we have F, G, we will replace it with E. So here we have F, so I'll replace it with E because they are same, right? G I have here, so I'll replace it with E. Okay. So yeah, now we'll proceed to the next, that is state assignment. State assignment means, see first of all, how many states we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 states. So how many flip-flops are required? 7 states. So 2 power 3. If we use 3 flip-flops, minimum 8 states can be, maximum 8 states can be realized using 3 flip-flops. We have 7. If I use 2 flip-flops, only 4 states I can realize. Since I have 7, minimum 3 flip-flops are required. Since I have got 7 states, 3 flip-flops are required. So I will take 3 variable K-map here. Since I have got 7 states, 3 variable K-map I will take. Now where to write A, B, C, D, E, F, H and M? For this, we have state assignment rules. So we have 3, based on 3 guidelines, we are going to assign the adjacent cells. See, I cannot write A, B, C, D, E, H, M wherever I want. No, state assignment has to be done according to the guidelines. So in that 3 guidelines, the first guideline is, I'll just read out the guidelines. The first guideline for state assignment is, states which have the same next states for a given input should be given adjacent assignment. That I will take afterwards. Let me go on to the second statement. Second guideline, states which are the next states of the same states. See, this is the present state. One guideline is states which are the next states of same state. This is A. Which are the next states for A? B, C. For A, B, C are the next state. For B, D, E are the next state. For C, E, E, leave. For D, H, H, leave. For E, H, M are the next state. For H, A, leave. For M, A dash, leave. So, one guideline is states which are the next states for a given state should be given adjacent assignment. That means when you write these states, you should fill such a way that B and C are adjacent, D and E are adjacent, H and M are adjacent. This is according to one guideline. What does that guideline says? States which are the next states of a given state should be given adjacent assignment. Okay? And another guideline is states, states which have the same next state. States which have the same next state for a given input should be given adjacent assignment. So for a given input, A has got B. For a given input, same next states you should have. So where do we have same next states for a given input? This is B, D, E, D. For state D, what is next state? H. For state E, what is next state? H. So for a given input, these two states have got same next state. D has got H as next state, E has got H as next state. So D and E should be adjacent. Already I have written here. Okay? And for H, A is the next state. For M, A is the next state. So H and M should be adjacent. The second guideline says states which have the same next state for a given input. For a given input, when x is 0, these two states have got same next state. So D and E should be adjacent. These two states have got same adjacencies. So H and M should be adjacent. Likewise, you can even check for x as 1. Same next state. So B, C. Same next state you have. So B and C should be adjacent. Okay? And H and M, already I have written here. H and M should be adjacent. This is the second guideline. And the third guideline is states which have the same output for a given input should be adjacent. Same output for a given input. See 1, 1, 0, 0. So A, B should be adjacent. A and B should be adjacent. C and D should be adjacent. Correct? C and D should be adjacent. Am I correct? Next. That's alright. C and D should be adjacent. So now you have to remember all the three guidelines. Accordingly, you have to first list out which are the states are adjacent. Now you have to fill the K-map very carefully such that these cells must be adjacent. So let me first write, I'll start from B. B and C should be adjacent. So what I do, I'll write C here. These two are adjacent now, K-map. So I have kept BC adjacent. Now next, B and E should be adjacent. Sorry. What is that? Next, yeah, C and D should be adjacent. So I'll write D here. I have to write D here because C and D should be adjacent. Next, D and E should be adjacent. So let me write D here. Let me first write. Temporarily I write D and E should be adjacent. Next, H and M should be adjacent. So if I write H here, H and M are adjacent. Yeah, H and M should be adjacent. Now, yeah. And A and B should be adjacent. One more what? Point we have A and B should be criteria. A and B should be adjacent. B already I have written here, so I write A here. I write dash here. So you just have to make sure all these criteria are met when we fill the cells. Okay? Yeah. H and M, D is adjacent. B, C are adjacent. You can even change the assignment, but you have to make sure that these are satisfied when we write the K-map. So B, C, E, D, correct? And these are adjacent. So how many flip-flops we are using? We are using 3 flip-flops. No, so write Q1, Q2, Q3. So this will be 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Okay. So this is how state assignment is done. So now based on this we have to construct the next table. So next table, it is almost similar to the table what we have written when we design the counter. So let me write that table. So in the next table we have to write it. I'll write it here. So output also is required. So that table also we require. So let me rewrite it. Okay. So for to write the next table, this map, this K-map plus this table we require. So I have kept this map and this table as it is. So now same present state. This is present state. This is next state when x is 0, when x is 1. This is output when x is 0, when x is 1. Now if the present state is A, according to the K-map, however you have mapped, write the variable. It is 0, 0, 0, Q1, Q2 and then Q3, 0, 0, 0. What is B? B is 1, 0, 0. So write 1, 0, 0. What is C? 1, 0, 1. What is D? 1, 1, 1. What is E? 1, 1, 0. What is H? 0, 1, 1. What is M? 0, 1, 0. What is dash? 0, 0, 1. So looking at the K-map, like how you have done the assignment, you have to fill this. Now when x is 0, what is the next state? B. What is B? B is 1, 0, 0. So 1, when x is 1, 0, 0. So this is Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus. This is Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus. Next state when x is 0 and x is 1. B. This is what? C. C is what? 1, 0, 1. Next, this is D. D is what? 1, 1, 1. Next, E. E is what? 1, 1, 0. This is also 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. H. H is what? 0, 1, 1. Looking at that, you just write this 0, 1, 1. Next, HM. Somewhere I made mistake. This is B. D. This is C. E. This is D. H. H. Okay. And this is E. E is what? HM. H is 0, 1, 1. M is what? 0, 1, 0. Then H, it is A. What is A? 0, 0, 0. This is also A, right? 0, 0, 0. And M, for M, A is next state. A is what? 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 0. Sorry, this is don't care. This is on don't care. And also write the output variable looking at that. 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is 1, don't care. Correct? So now you have to derive an equation for 3 flip-flops we have now. Derive the equation for D1, D2, D3 as well as for output. Use 4 variable K-map. Along including x we have 4 variable. One is x, q1, q2, q3. Now we have to derive the equations for d1, d2, d3 using K-map. So I have taken 4 variable K-map. See, if you are confident in writing the K-map, looking at this table you can write it. Otherwise you can take one more Coq table wherein you start from x, q1, q2, q3. Okay. So now already we have constructed so many tables. So it's better we write it directly from this. See, x, q1, q2, q3. First x, then q1, q2, q3. 0, 0, 0, 0. So what is, we are now deriving for d1, right? So d1, you just have to observe only d1 column, d1. So 0, 0, 0, 0, what is d1? 1. Next, 0, 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 0, 1, what is that? Don't care. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, what is B? 0, 0, 0, sorry, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, output is, what is D? It is, Q1 is what? 0. So like this, next, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, it is 1. So like this, you just read, I'll just write it directly because already I have taken 1 hour to complete explain this. So I'll write it directly 1 x. So you please analyze it and write it. Okay. So once you write this, next step what you have to do, you have to group the cells. So this is x. So these 8 are adjacent. So if you group these 8, what is the equation you get? Q2, Q3 will get cancelled and here everything will get cancelled. So what is D1? D1 is Q2 bar. D1 is Q2 bar. Like this, you get the equation for D1 as Q2 bar, D2 is equal to Q1, D3 is equal to Q1, Q2, Q3 plus X bar, Q1, Q3 bar plus X, Q1 bar, Q2 bar. So this is the equation you are going to get, and also that equation is X bar, Q3 bar plus X, Q3. Please check these equations. You please use K-map and try to simplify. Okay, so that try to simplify. Then lastly you have to write the circuit. I'll write in the next class. Okay, thank you.